please. Please hit the button. And start with any oil that you love. My suggestion would be Stress Away, but if you have something else you're using, go for it. Oh yeah. I thought I left my bottle in my classroom. So you're going to take the cap off. Do a little huff. And then directly over the top of your head, I want you to just allow 10 or so drops to fall onto your head. You can also do this with cedar wood. You might decide you want to give it a little activation. And then I want you to make your way to all fours and just start to do some cat cows. So we're not going to do a lot of movement tonight. If you've noticed the calendar, it's really mostly restorative tonight and meditation and journaling. There will be a few that are more movement. I think the second and fourth, and then the first and third are restorative. But for now, we're just going to get some kinks out through the breath and gentle movement. Rocking your hips side to side. Brenda, if you want to come to your back, or anybody who might not want to be on their knees, just come to your back and take windshield wipers, taking your feet as wide as your mat, knocking your knees together, and go side to side. Big breath in. Honoring your body, your breath, releasing any tension or any tightness or any discomfort or dis-ease. And then just pause. Come to your backs. You're not already on your back. Extend your arms up overhead on your back. Extend your legs forward. Come on, bud. Come on. And then tighten everything up really tightly, like make little fists, point your toes, even like your face. Tighten it all up. And then as you exhale, just release it all with a ha sound. And then inhale, tighten everything up. Exhale, release into a ha. And then just kind of flop there. Just allow yourself to be still, calm, at ease. Big breath in. And a big breath out. So this full moon that rises tomorrow night, or is rising now, will be risen tomorrow night, is in the sign of Cancer. So it's an emotional full moon. Yay! Emotions will be intensified due to the retrograde of both Mercury and Uranus. So Brenda, we were off. Which are in aspect to the tender-hearted, protective, and sentimental Cancer moon. The communication and trickster planet, Mercury, is urging us to discuss matters openly, okay? So, open conversations without them getting carried away. Because the problem is that the facts may not be clear due to the planetary backspin. Rumors can take a toll on partnerships, causing issues to hit a high. It's important to listen carefully to what other people are saying before stating your point of view. The reason being is you could expose more than you mean to, or say regrettable things out of haste. With Uranus retrograde in direct play to the full moon, we are seeing situations and people clearly for who they actually are beneath the surface. Although the details may be murky due to Mercury's moonwalk, our intuition will be telling us another story and pushing us to take action. That could cause some drama to ensue. If there are any old skeletons that you wish to keep in the past, it's important to maintain a proper handle on these events or the relationship. Controlling the narrative may be the best solution to avoid conflict from such engagements. This is my favorite part. Another way to manage this is just to laugh it off. If you don't get flustered or aggravated by the noise, chances are no one will pay it any mind either. The flip side is that we may be the ones who are manipulating others or creating conflict in relationships. So it's essential to take a step back when moments become intense, check our own personal behavior before situations escalate to the point of no return. It's best to use this moon as a chance to let go. Have yourself a good cry. Give yourself a chance to heal. This is a time to recognize that we don't want to be carrying dead weight from last year into this new year. This is our chance to start fresh without worries burdening us. All the more reason to use this full moon as a wake-up call to transform our worlds for the better in 2023. Without stress, without gossip, without burdens. The answer is to align with those you trust and share your feelings with them, knowing you won't be judged, only loved. It's kind of an intense one, I know. So with that, if you're using the feelings kit, let's get the feelings kit. Come to a comfortable resting pose on your back or seated upright. And you can start with harmony. So I really don't love being told or telling where to put the oil. So I'm just going to have you use harmony in a way that suits you or any oil that you might be using. But harmony to start, because it helps us to release those negative beliefs that we may want to let go of and not let manifest and spiral out of control during this full moon. It helps to release toxic beliefs and thought patterns related to, but not exclusive to, feeling ignored, being crushed, hostile, afraid, beating ourselves up, stubbornness. When we feel those things, we are not connected, right? We're just in disconnect. We are not part of one big picture. And that's where like not feeling worthy comes in. When we are crushed, that happens from the inside, from the soul out. Who we are has been forced down and suppressed. When we're hostile, we're quick to see others in opposition to us. Instead, we want to lean into some trust. Big breath in. Big breath out. If any place on your body is speaking to you right now, as I'm saying, these are not the lightest. This is not the lightest of moons. This is not the lightest of times, right? I'm sure you've found some lightness in your lives, I hope, but these are big things that you kind of have to unearth. Better out than in. If you feel tightness in your chest or in your belly or in your neck or in your throat, that's where you want to be applying the harmony. And just breathe. All right. Next up is forgiveness. Or any oil. This blend can help us release stagnant, toxic thoughts that get stuck in our physical body's memory and acts as a safety mechanism. They were encoded in our past when we felt unsafe. And from that point on, all of our senses have been given a warning note that says something like, people will hurt me when I get too close, or men or women can't be trusted, or I'm not lovable. These memories can be triggered by sight, by sound, by taste, by our senses. And they can show up in our current experiences. The thing about this, though, is that our bodies cannot tell the difference between a physical or an emotional threat. And so if we start feeling emotionally vulnerable after these messages have been encoded, the body will send warnings. That's what we want to reverse. So thinking about it, an emotional pattern that you might feel is sort of sticking, self-denial or wanting revenge or distrust, kind of heavy stuff. Just breathe. As you breathe and you breathe in your forgiveness oil, I want you to come up with, kind of like blue book style, the opposite of that feeling. Helping to create your own mantras. So if your old pattern is self-denial, your new mantra might be around wisdom or affirmation. I support myself. Make different statements. Repeat. I have the courage to honor my truth. I learn from all experiences. I forgive. I support myself. Those are the kinds of affirmations we want to be using. Next is inner child. I love the smell of inner child, so and somewhere along the way, it was suggested to place that above your upper lip or underneath your nose. That's always where I put it, but I realized it's because I just really like to smell it. Not that you need to smell it in order for it to work, but place the oil wherever you decide. And just breathe. Some people refer to this oil as the therapist. When you go to therapy, they do their work not by talking, but through listening. They encourage you to share the feelings, past, and thoughts that make up your inner workings, to process through how you came to your patterns, your actions, and your beliefs. So many times these are established in our childhood. There may have been a situation where someone as a child felt unseen or unheard or undervalued. Right? I mean, could be, that's kind of a common thing. And as you breathe in this oil, it's important for you to look back and allow that inner child to speak. When we consider what a child will need, we begin to see our own needs more clearly. It's obvious to us that a child who has experienced something new or difficult would require additional help and attention to deal with that event. It's important to remember that our emotions took a lifetime to create. So we don't really want to unravel them all in one day, right? We're just kind of scratching the surface and committing to the work. Next up, you have present time. Just breathe. This blends so good. Neroli spruce healing link. Creates a strong, encouraging scent to increase the ability to focus on the present moment. As busy men and women, parents, caregivers, employees, we can become so focused on the next deadline, task, or responsibility, and it becomes easy to lose sight of what is directly in front of us. The stack of papers or dishes or laundry seems so time sensitive that we rush through the people in front of us. That is true. What are you putting over the people in front of you? Present time helps us to allow ourselves to give and receive in the present, even when we have been hurt in the past. Focusing on here and now. Next, we have release. So this is really important. So we've layered some really good healing oils on, right? And now we're going to be doing the releasing of trauma. Memory trauma, anger from the liver. So that is a suggested area on the right side. You might want to place it right on the liver. could help you open your subconscious mind through pineal stimulation to release deep-seated trauma. Trauma can be defined as any situation where you got less than you needed and were not equipped to process it. And these traumas actually get stored deep in our cellular memory. And we can use the limbic system of the brain to help shift out. This really helps promote feelings of cleansing and freedom and harmony and unconditional love. Repeating the affirmation, I am safe. I am loved. I am valued. I am enough, just as I am right now. And then we're going to finish up with valor. If you've ever dealt with flight or fight, valor is your oil. It's a battle-worthy name for a battle-worthy oil. This oil is actually inspired by the oils that Roman soldiers would bathe in before battle. The oils would sit atop the water in their bathhouses, and this special blend was added before a big battle. When they rose from the water, the oils would soak and stay on their skin to help prepare them for something big and scary ahead. This is a key oil for overcoming emotional abuse and recovering from trauma. It's a powerhouse when facing a trial or season of adversity because its natural properties help align the body, both emotionally and physically. Remember, emotions and trauma are often stored in the physical tissues and fascia of our bodies, and oils help release stuck emotions. You might decide to apply this to the shoulders, the bottoms of the feet, the back of your neck. Take time to relax, meditate, work on your spiritual journey. Maybe pressing your wrists together as you get ready to restore. And when you're ready, I want you to come to your backs with something underneath your knees. If you have a bolster or a couple pillows, just laying back, outstretched arms. Nice T shape. Letting the knees and the hips fall open. And come to your breath. Having layered all those oils now, just breathe. Lift your low belly up towards the sky like a balloon. And then exhale out. Inhale. Exhale. And now fall into a nice neutral pattern of breathing. Allowing little openings throughout the body where you feel any tension, just allow that to release. Inhale. Now exhale. Start to wiggle just a little bit. Place your hands on your low belly. Pause and just see what comes up for you. And if in any way you're finding a slight sense of relief, kind of like when you remember to breathe and you know that you kind of come back to your breath and just calibrate there. Notice that here. Just this way of being together, even in our own spaces, and a sense of community release. Allow this to be a sense of comfort, sense of safety. Just stay here in your awakened state, eyes open, but also at rest. And then roll to one side, pausing in fetal position. Make your way up to sit and grab a journal, piece of paper, or the notes of your phone, preferably, I would say write them, but whatever you have. And with this releasing of 2020, I want to do this with grace. So you're going to open to a clean piece of paper. And you're going to, I'll set a timer. You're going to make a full gratitude list for 2022. All the things that the year brought you. Would just work through some releasing, right? Just getting rid of it. Now it's time to honor the good parts. Whether it's a new relationship or home or job, or you've got your health. You've moved a bunch. You've raised a family, gone on a great trip, lost some weight, cleaned the closet. You know what to do. Big breath in. As you exhale, kind of just allow this flow of once you get into the habit of just going and going and going with your writing, what is something you're noticing? Sometimes people like have some judgment or self-doubt about what they're writing, or they're like afraid someone's going to see it. It's like an old journal complex. Just let it all go. And you have like 1 more minute. Feel free if at any time you're feeling a little stuck. I wonder if a little movement would help. Just taking some neck stretches, some shoulder circles, a couple gentle twists. Just a little bit of a wringing out if there's any physical stuckness along with this kind of emotional work. And then when you're ready, you're going to pause in Sukhasana, crisscross applesauce. Hands on your knees, belly is firm, right? You're like pulled up and engaged, but it's supple enough to get good breath into that low belly. You're just such a good boy. And then you're going to come to a child's pose. If you have inner child nearby, you might decide to put a little inner child on your low back or on your hands. Just want you to sit with the gratitude and the comfort of all of the good things that graced your 2022 with some sparkle. Breathe here. I will tell you when to turn your ear, so don't worry. Just rest there on the ear that you're on and be where you are, ground down. Couple more rounds of breath on this side. As you inhale, slowly just turn your other ear down. More breaths here. Really sinking in. Maybe you've placed the bolster underneath your chest and you're really allowing that bolster to take the weight of anything you've been carrying there. It's a very, very common place of holding on to emotional patterns, and it actually can become physically sore. Inhale. Exhale, slowly make your way back up to a seated position with clarity. So this kind of balance between winding the body down, getting ready for rest, and also this like awakened sense of gratitude and of 2022. And now, my favorite part, your 2023 bucket list. Anything, a vacation, certain amount of income, a restaurant you really, really want to try, a healing modality that you haven't yet done, a business to grow, reigniting your own flame, your own focus and fire, starting kickboxing, going to Iceland. It can be like the most audacious with some reality attached. So like, you know, moving to Cellulita to teach yoga and surf might be like a little bit of a stretch for me for right now. But if not, add that. But the purpose of this is part of my life coaching training, my life coaching experience, is these are the things to revisit every couple months. And these are also the things to really revisit at the end of the year and go, shit, like I crushed it. Or, I didn't crush that. And guess what? That's maybe because the expiration date of that needs to be this year. Right? So just tap in to the audacious dreams. And I'm going to give you just a few minutes to get started with this because I do want to end in a final Shavasana. And I want to encourage you to keep adding to this. Maybe this is a little bit big right now, so you might take a focus, right? It's like career, bam. What are your big bucket lists? Not goals. Like your bucket list, like your hell yeses. Your physical health, you could start there. What is your biggest hell yes? Or what are your biggest hell yeses for your physical health? Put that down. Maybe you really know it's time to hit up that yoga retreat. Yes, I'll be hosting one soon. Maybe you need to do a cleanse. Maybe you're ready to run a 10-mile run. I did that this year because I wrote it last year and then I held myself to it, even though I had no business running 10 miles. I did it. It was horrible. My Raph was there and he made me do it. Actually, I made myself do it. He didn't even want to do it. He tied my shoes in the middle of it and everything. Oh, it's big. Maybe you want to get a very cute dog named Biggie. If this is something that you know would be better suited for you in the morning, get up a little early tomorrow. Put some oils on before you start. Get your coffee. Sit down in a beautiful space. Like in Emily's like kitchen out looking her pool. I love that space. And that's fine. Set the stage for yourselves, but don't put this work down. Don't leave it for later. And then when you are ready, because we only have a few more minutes, just make your way into a final resting pose. I would suggest an open heart kind of a shape where you might drape backwards over your bolster and allow the head to fall. And you're really exposing your heart, as vulnerable as that may seem, up to the sky. Morning Star is your card that I just pulled for you. And the meaning of that card is hope. We greet you with joy to shine upon your world as it shifts from darkness to light. You must feel peace in that time of change. It is a patient time when paths open briefly to allow broadening experiences. Time is a gift that we are blessed to share in with you. Partake of much joy, much peace, much beauty, in surety and in flux. Be with us. Share this time of wonder. You will learn much and bless the whole of your day. A light has appeared beneath the darkness to illuminate your way. This light shines upon you and upon those areas of your life that have darkened your journey. It is time to come out of the darkness and allow support, guidance, and love. You can see the brilliance ahead of you as you walk with confidence and trust in the future. Let this morning star shine into your consciousness, and you will be able to meet the present and future with wonder, expecting the fulfillment of your desires. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Another inhale. As you exhale, take your hands to Anjali Mudra, your heart center, bowing your head and honoring your fellow yogis and yourselves for arriving here tonight. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste. Okay, everybody. Finish up your lists or continue to add to that if you choose right now. But mostly just take some time, head to bed, get a nice rest. See you next time. Peace out, yogis.